Yo, what's up, guys? FCM 26 is just days away. We are finally in December. So, I saw GoPlay finally updated the cover art for FCM 26 in their official page in Facebook. They do updates via Facebook, and my mic is a bit damaged, so we might get a bit static in the mic. Okay, so as far as we're concerned about the past few months, we've made videos about when is FCM 26 coming out, about things we need in FCM, a bunch of stuff like that, even the FTM being compared to FCM and stuff like that. We made that. So today we're not going to do that. So the only thing I wanted to do in this video, I just want to make it a bit long. I didn't want to make it I don't want to make it long. The main thing we wanted to do in this is just check out when the game is coming out, a bit like most of the guys don't know when the game is coming out, so it's like coming out on 25th December, which is on Christmas Day. And apparently I don't think I'd be among the first guys to play it, because man, that day that's a very busy day, bro. So I think we'll make probably this the last video in the channel until next year. I don't even know when next I'll be making the video, but we still count on it, bro. So it will come out on December 25th, which is on Christmas Day. Yeah, that was made clear like a few months ago by James Scott himself. And so if you didn't know, the release date for it is 25th December 2025. Okay, so jumping among just like the various stars that the guys really needed, like I saw a bit, the first thing that people were really like just jumping into it, like we really need this feature, was about the international management. But I'm going to say like the chances of international management showing up in FCM 26 are pretty much minimal. I mean like FCM 26, you are a club director and a club owner. I think we made this clear in the few videos we made recently. So like international management is automatically disqualified for this. So if we were like really working to push that to get in the games, maybe they would have done it in FTM 26, which they didn't do it. So I personally, I don't mind that option of being in FCM 26, I mean. So, and buying a club, obvious, we've seen that somebody tried to buy a club in FTM, bro. You can't do that if you are a first team manager. You can buy that in FTM, but in FCM that will be a big option. That will be the main agenda of the game. Then I also saw swap deals. Guys were talking about swap deals. James Scott doesn't really like swap deals, let me tell you that. He's really like nah, swap deals, nah. So swap deals, 0% chance will be there. And then languages, I pretty much saw the Arabic guys and those guys. Somebody said that he need like the Arabic language, so I think James Scott should add more languages: the Chinese, the Arabic languages, the Japanese, to favor them, increase that layout. That's just basically somebody else's like opinion towards the game update and stuff like that. Then I also saw like the coin system. The coin systems were pretty much, I'm gonna be honest. The coins are generally useless in FTM. Man, I don't even know what we are doing with the coins in that. But about FCM, I don't know what we were going to do with the coins, except for like purchasing club, becoming a club owner. You need to use coins to purchase those clubs and stuff like that. So people don't want to spend money. Somebody said, just put the ads, bro. Boy, don't put the ads. If James Scott puts the ads, bro, it's just going to mess up my video creation and stuff like that. I would appreciate that, but some guys say, they don't feel comfortable spending cash. They would like rather watch ads and get coins. But it's ridiculous amount of coins they were requesting. But I don't know, maybe 50 to 100 coins per ad. Anyway, so I also saw somebody crazy saying we need commentary in the game, boy. Commentary in the game. You gotta be kidding me, bro. I don't know, man. I've never seen that even FM doesn't have commentary, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. But those are other guys' decisions and stuff like that. Then also the jerseys and logos. People are also talking about, they need a different set of jerseys and logos, and also the players and managers looks. Maybe like the jerseys and logos have been pretty much just been pasted from FCM 23 up to 25, pretty much the same. But I personally, I know they cannot do that because of copyright, but it doesn't really affect me as long as Arsenal's jerseys are red. It's usually red. If they made like Arsenal jerseys are blue, but Arsenal is a red official color, then I would be bothered. I don't care about that. They will work out to licensing in the future when the game becomes pretty much big, because I know the game is going to become big. That's a big as fact. Finally, I saw somebody also requesting for like women league. Hey yo, I'm not going to lie, women league. Personally, I only know like Lorraine James in the women's football. I don't mean to be like rude or something, but women league, I know it will never work out, bro. Hell, not for this, bro. Okay, so those were a bit of a decision, a bit of a request I saw from guys in the past few months. Just some of them, I didn't like. I don't want to mention everything, but personally, whatever I wanted to see in the game, I don't know if they can see like make changes or still they just like the final decision was already made. Was about the game orientation. See, FTM 26 came out. They made the like let's use portrait and for we prefer like FTM they made it portrait, just by default portrait you can change it. And that's why I don't like it much, it's just perfect on mobile. But sometimes I don't like want to load my mobile phone games and stuff like that, so put it on PC or laptop. And the view, bro, no, bro, we can't do that on portrait. So, but making it an option again for portrait and vertical styles is usually not good, because James Scott addressed this when guys were complaining in FTM 26 about portrait and the vertical style, what horizontal portrait and horizontal. That's what I mean, bro. And he said he can't do the options. It's only one. If he does portrait and horizontal, then those are two different games, so they can't do it. But I would like generally request it to be like horizontal portrait now. But that's up to the developers to do. I don't want to sound too cocky and stuff like that. Then sound optimization, something that has been bothering me in the game is sound and music optimization. I mean, like they gotta like turn it off, turn it on, turn the music on, turn the music off, turn like it would be better if James could just put it like the volume, the volume bar stuff, so you guys swipe it to like 20% music, swipe it to 20% sound, and the stadium environment stuff. That is pretty much like the better option for me, because those sounds sometimes I just don't like it. Sometimes I play the game with music on my background. When I get to play the game, the stadium what environment is pretty much louder than my music that I'm listening to. And finally, the music, like they can do the import music, import music from your device, then put it in the game, and like the music they have in the game is copyrighted, but I'm not going to lie, it's copyrighted, but so I don't know about that, but they can do the import option. You can import your songs, put them there, listen to them while you play. Sometimes just shutting down the music and just playing with the sound effects in the game is not pretty much cool. Some of us like playing it with the music, background music and stuff like that. So they can do the import music and stuff like that. Then I also talked about the kids. I think in things we wanted previously about the kids brand. I mean, like just since it's a club and director mode, you can allow guys to like change and customize kits. I can sign in as an Arsenal as an Arsenal club director. They can like design the Arsenal kit, official color server. You can make it stripped red, increase the prices for them and stuff like that. It's not like Arsenal kits are like red, they have this design. For the next 20 years and seasons we are going to play this game, is just the same, bro. I mean, we've seen clubs change their logo, their kits designs, but not colors. Does the designs increase prices, fluctuate the prices up, down? That will be pretty much a bit realistic for the game in the branding styles and things like that. Then finally, whatever I also needed to see in the game was about the clothes and the manager changes, stuff like that. So you edit your manager's looks, you give him the dreadlocks and maybe a tuxedo. Then for the next 50 seasons in the game, you look the same, bro. No, I mean they can do this. They can like just you've customized your managers. Then after customization, if you need to like change maybe you took the tuxedo, you want to change it to something like a tank or whatever, or a t-shirt, you gotta pay like let's say 20 coins or 50 coins to unlock the t-shirt. Yeah, get a t-shirt on, change it to, you can't be doing tuxedo 24/7, bro. So that is pretty much about it. And also the hairstyles, they can do the changes. You can customize after signing in as managers. And I pretty much think that will be awesome in FCM 26. So 25th FCM 26 is coming out, and probably those are some of the things people wanted, some of the things I generally wanted, and some of the things that might be there and might not be there. Most of these things will, most might, I don't know. So let's wait for 25th December, see what Go Play entails for us, and peace out. See you on the next video.